All right, it's Chaotic Crypto. It is April 2nd, 2024, and it has been a hot minute since I've sat down and done any kind of TA. The last couple of weeks have been super insane with work. I'm actually in the studio right now recording with the band, and just life is also the markets weren't doing a whole lot. They were kind of just going sideways with some crazy pops here and there, and I'm not really big in the NFT I guess meme coin world, a lot of that stuff, like the more frothy stuff in the market, I'm not as big of a fan of. So, I don't stay on top of that as well as I probably should have, which I'd like to and more in the future. But really, the only meme coin I really focus on is Dogecoin. I hold some of that and I trade it. I was actually shorting some of the meme coins a few weeks ago and made a little bit of money, but they definitely ripped. I mean, it's kind of interesting to me. But basically, Bitcoin's pulling back pretty aggressively, I guess, right now. I mean, ultimately, this is a consolidation. I mean, we haven't really gone on our massive run where we're going to have a 2-year bear market or anything. This is probably going to be a correction. It could get a little dicey. I have previous lines drawn. Let's see. I haven't looked at this chart in a minute, so we actually made a high of 73, almost 74,000. So 0.38 retracement takes down to 51. A lot of people say the 618 could be a thing. That takes down to 38 to 40K. And there hasn't been that much, there's not much VPR support below us. Like our biggest areas of support, we can see 59, 58, 59K here. I mean, I can see that knocking out. So basically what we have is a lower high being set right now. We'll come in a little closer. This could turn into a descending triangle kind of situation over the next couple months. Let's see here. Which would actually make some sense. So I could see us bouncing around. This is a common pattern with Bitcoin and stocks as well. So a descending triangle will pop in here, and then most of the time it will pop down. I think 60 to 70% of the time it will pop down and retrace a move similar to, I guess, the high point of the triangle. So we'll do a quick number there. Let's draw. Actually, let me move it first. No, that's not what I want. Zoom up a little bit more. Okay, this is Kraken. You can also use TradingView. This is a Kraken Pro. I'm really liking Kraken Pro. Actually, it's the VPVR. You can't get VPVR on TradingView for free, and that's a nice indicator. But yeah, if we fall down, you'll be looking at 48, a wick down to 45, even 38, somewhere in there. Could be in the cards, and it would get pretty dicey there. What I think would probably happen, I will probably take an average of the previous bull markets, between 30 and 50% correction. So we'll say 35% correction. So we'll say 47, 48K. So I could see it coming into this area basically, 48 to 50K, 37 to 40. Yeah, not 37, 47 to 50, 50K. This area. It hasn't really been tested for very long. We've already done a test at 60K. Will it hold? And it might. It might. So far, all of our corrections have been 20%, but they've been really minor. They've almost been kind of like just little teases. So I'm not sure that they're really could be considered corrections. Previous bull markets, we could look at the best bull market for this kind of analysis. Honestly, was 2017. If we can get there, it's still loading. Yeah, the 2017 bull market. Yeah, each correction was about. Yeah, see, this was 37%, and one here, 33%. Where's the other one? I think they were both like 30% corrections. I guess this one right here was like 38%. So, I mean, Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, really. So I'm expecting a 35 to 40% correction. Yeah, I'm not really expecting this kind of a correction from the 2019. I won't care. It's more of a bear market, this whole thing. But if we didn't have the flu thing that happened, that was a 50% correction from the top there. Then it became a 70% correction from the top. I'm not expecting that kind of price action, but this has been an aggressive rally for sure. And again, I don't think this is the end of the bull market. I mean, worst comes to worst, we could come down here and consolidate more and be a lengthier bull market, but I'm not expecting that. But I could see there's also the whole thing with the ETFs. Now that the ETFs are in the stock market is now in Bitcoin. The common adage, sell in May and go away. People may start running that April, May. That these next couple months might be pretty bearish. So April, May, June. So that would take us to about this point, June, July. I mean, honestly, I could see us not really making big moves until like the fall. I mean, the summertime, especially the stock market, it gets slow. It gets slow and boring, and then we'll probably have some political stuff happening. The political race will get ramped up. So I could see probably come September, things really start ramping up around about this point. So if I had to guess, again, what I think would happen, we maybe come down to 48 to 50K, then swing up to August. September, we're back up to 70K. And, politics get a little crazy, and then we go up. Next year, we start going to all-time highs. And then it's dealer's choice where we go. My target has been about 120. A lot of people say 150, 200, 250, blah, blah, blah. I think we probably just get one more leg, or maybe just get like a leg up the end of this year, and then a consolidation and one more leg up. That would be a 3-wave, which is Elliott wave theory, which would make sense. Now that's with Bitcoin. Altcoins are usually a few months behind that, so have to plan accordingly. Like I'm pretty much personally, I'm stopping a lot of my accounts buying right now because that are probably going to be taking profits a year from now. But I do have another account where I'm still buying, but that way I could separate, when and where I'm buying these things. Is I have a fair amount of coins and different portfolios laying around, so trying to be more organized. Organization is very key with crypto. You want to know where your keys are. You want to know where your wallets are. You really have to be on top of this stuff. You have to look at it like a part-time job. Unless you have a stockbroker and they're just buying Bitcoin through Grayscale or something, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that's fine. But if you're like me, kind of an entrepreneur, you want to take matters in your own hands. You kind of have to think about these things. But yeah, still on the 3-day chart, which I like a 3-day chart, but we're crossing down. So I think this thing is going to basically recharge. So it's just at a high, and we're already crossing down. So looking like we're going to get a little bit of red. I don't think it's going to be too crazy, but I'm not too keen on it just yet. Let's see, at the 1-day, got a head and shoulders pattern, so that's telling me the thing is going to go down. Yeah, it's looking bearish. It really is looking bearish. All right, so I hate to say it, the hype has died down quite a bit. I'm going to keep some of these drawings in there. This didn't happen. I was kind of this wasn't what I was hoping was going to happen. This is my bullish case. I'm going to go ahead and erase that. This is my more realistic case. It also goes with my Elliott wave from before as well. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, we made an all-time high. We made an all-time high." On this chart, you could say that. Do I have logarithmic? Okay, so this is your standard chart, but there's a logarithmic chart that takes into account for Fibonacci and stuff like that. But if you look at the logarithmic chart, we really have not made an all-time high. We're basically just battling that. So to me, this time isn't different. It was more aggressive, so it's possible that the cycle will end a little bit earlier, 3 to 4 months earlier, where last cycle ended in November of 2021. This may end in July. That's again why I'm kind of like pushing my I guess I'm pushing my buying activity a little bit to the side a little bit, trying to focus on me, myself, and my happiness a bit. So, yeah. On the weekly, we really don't want this to cross down totally on the weekly, but I think it would be kind of clever if we did kind of get like a fake out cross and then went back up again. I mean, I don't know if this is the top or not. I think we're just going to basically cross the blue's going to come down close to the red. We're going to get some reprieve on that. This has been a pretty aggressive rally, though. This has been a more aggressive bull run than most had expected. We could take a look at. The fear and greed. We want the fear and greed to really recycle. It hasn't. It's still at 79. Yeah, this is probably in the 60s now. We want that to really come down. Altcoins it's a bloodbath. So if there's altcoins you're looking to get into, there's some really good opportunities. Honestly, CRO is down to 13 cents. Oh, that looks pretty juicy for me. This is CoinGecko. I think it's a great site. Yeah, so Crypto.com made a high of basically $1, close to $1, and we just retraced. We're down 14 cents. And that's still just a 7x to its all-time high. It's still very much accumulation territory. I think CRO token's good. The company's good. They survived the bear market. I'd say Coinbase is probably your number one safest. Kraken as well has been around a long time. I'm starting to use Kraken. But I would not keep all your crypto. You need to have your crypto on private wallets too. You really just want to have it on an exchange if maybe you're getting some staking rewards or you're actively trading, And again, I don't know, depending on where you're from, being an active trader, you're inducing heavy tax, short-term capital gains in most places. And that varies between 30 and 40%. Where long-term, it's 10, 15, maybe 20%. So it's a pretty big difference, especially if we're talking about big numbers. Let's see where else we're at. Most of all these coins, I'd say, are pretty safe bets because most of them have run. It's going to be harder to find the ones that come out of nowhere and do 100 or 200x type of thing. But I'd say a lot of these coins are easy 10x's. Look at HBAR. And again, thank you for stopping by. Hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment below. I'm going to try to do this a little bit more often here coming up. So, especially now that the prices are coming down, it's a good time to do videos on different coins and really do some good researching on these things. I have so many tabs open. It's ridiculous. Atom really still is kind of underperforming in my opinion, but come on now. I don't know why it's taking its sweet little time. What's happening? Okay, there we go. Let's make sure my internet was working. Okay, so we got Hedera hash graph. Look at the max. Topped out at about 50 cents. I've seen it at 60 cents. It's currently at 10 cents. That's a 5x to all-time high. I think at least $1 more than likely for this is a project NASA's involved in it. Then Google. There's a lot of big companies that endorse HBAR, and I think this thing's gonna start flying. It's already. You want to make sure that whatever coins you're probably buying now, if you're trying to be safe, this is not financial advice. I'm just a guy on the internet. But if you're trying to be safe, you want to make sure that your coin has maybe started to run up a little bit, and maybe it's retesting a former support resistance flip, which this one is doing. It's really a beautiful chart, honestly. We'll take a look at, which one was this? AI's network. I want to get in on this, but it's like, it's a little, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. I might try to start nibbling on it, but it was kind of a talk of the town there for a minute. I'm still really bullish on Cosmos Atom, but it's not really running really hard. But what's cool about it is that you can get 15 to 20%, lockup staking rewards for this bad boy. So that's pretty sweet in that way. Yeah, I like Cosmos. It's a safe bet, I think. Now, Injective Protocol, and there's a few others that are under that network. Algorand is looking a little weak. I might just go around all these damn coins. Yeah, it's looking a little. It hasn't really made a big all-time high, but I think this is still a good one to stack to its all-time high. It's basically still a 10x to get to its all-time high. So it's still pretty cheap, right? So I'm just going to do a few. Then tomorrow I may do another. Litecoin has been making some runs, but fundamentally it just doesn't have a lot going on. Near Protocol looks really solid. I think this is going to be a big mover. Near Protocol and Solana are pretty big runners. I think they're going to be very powerful over the next year or so. I mean, this thing could go its high was 20. I think it can go to $100, 50 to 100. Minimally it's previous all-time high. But you could stake this also on Atomic, I think, for 10%, something like that. It's pretty decent. So I like me some Near Protocol. I approve. GRT got wrecked pretty hard. Let's see. Max, yeah, GRT's still so low. 234, looking at like a 10x to its all-time high. I think GRT will be a mover for sure. And there was a big merger between Ocean Protocol and Fetch AI as well as AGIX. And I've heard that they are basically going to merge, and all of the tokens are going to merge into Fetch AI, something like that. And so if you're having on an exchange, you should be safe. I think the problem I think would arise if you have it on cold storage. You need to have it actively in a network. Regurgitating what I've heard, I'm pretty sure you want to do your research on that one. Flare Network's making some moves. That's interesting. I do have some Flare. I'm wondering what's going to happen there. That's cool. At least there's some diamond in the rough. Gala Games. I think this is probably a good one to look at. Yeah, it hasn't even started. Its high was 71 cents. It's over. It's a 10-12x to its previous all-time high. It hasn't even started yet. It hasn't even started. It looks still so early. You're not really early to Bitcoin. I hate to say, you probably get a 3x of Bitcoin, which is fine. If you got a lot of money, Bitcoin probably is the better way to just be safe. You don't have to worry about it. But Gala Games and the gaming metaverse. I don't know if the AI narrative is still going to be pushing so hard. I'm sure it's still going to be around, but the meme coin thing is definitely probably losing its steam. Like Dogecoin, like I said, is kind of one of my coins, but where did it go to? High at 21 cents, and its high was almost $1. So I could see it going. Maybe not even to all-time high, but maybe 50 cents, 60 cents. Maybe it goes to an all-time high. Every previous all-time high it has beat out. So I'm not really sure what to think about it. But it is related to Twitter and Elon, and I'm personally kind of a fan, so of his free speech movement or whatever. So I'm on top of that. Or I'm liking it anyway. I'm on top of it. Kava is one. You can stake it for, I think, 10 to 15%. My Nexus and Atomic. Might be 20% on the top. Atomic. But it hasn't even really started. It's about a 10x to its all-time high. Yeah, it's pretty. It stays on the top. It's top 100, so I mean, it must be doing fairly well. It hasn't lost its positioning. Say Network, SHIB. I'm just going to name off a few that are probably solid. A Solana, it's kind of like Solana. Like I think it's still going to probably 3 to 5x from here, but it might even get 10. I don't know if it's on 10x, but probably like 5x. Ethereum, I think it's still on maybe 5x, 4 or 5x, but it's still pretty low down there. Chili's, Fetch AI, we were just talking about that. There's the AI coins, Synthetics. Some of these other ones I don't know that one. TIA is related to Say in some kind of way. Oh, and Theta, ooh. This one's been moving. Theta's been moving. It's still, I think, a 5x to its all-time high. Yeah, its all-time high was like $15. Wow, okay. So it's like 12x still to its all-time. It's still pretty juicy. It's still a good one to nibble on. It's a beautiful, beautiful coin. It aids in streaming services. What else we got? XRP. I'm kind of waiting for this one to ever start really moving again. I don't know what its deal is. This one, XLM and XDC, I kind of keep in the same kind of framework and ballpark. We can take a look at my trading view. Yeah, so it's still maintaining its parabola. And as long as we don't fall down too much further than where we're at right now, a parabola is intact, and I mean, I think this thing could really start moving. $2, $3, $5. I really think now that the lawsuit's over with for the most part, it's just creating higher highs slowly, like a nice collective parabola. It's nice. Zilliqa looking like it's reclaiming support, looking pretty good. Tezos. Also, there's the Bitcoin conference is coming up in a few months, so definitely plan to go to that. And also, if you're more of a traditional trader, another way to get in before things have really gone is the mining stocks are still pretty bad. You're looking at Hive, Riot, and Mara. Those stocks have not really recovered much at all. Let's see if I can find them real quick. And I'm probably going to jump off here pretty soon. Getting pretty hungry. Here's Mara. Still pretty early. The high was $78. It's at $20. Yeah. Riot is a little more volatile. Went to a high of $80. It's at $10. That's at 8x. I mean, this is and these are traditional stocks. I mean, this thing will probably 15x, 20x maybe if you're lucky. So there is all of that. Engine coin too really is really low. 44 cents, high of $4 to the 10x to its all-time high. Yeah, Engine coin looking good. ICP still a little torn on ICP as a whole, but there's been a lot of talk about ICP, so I kind of ride that wave. I was starting to accumulate a fair amount of that. Ontology, is this one started? Yeah, this one's starting to kind of wake up a little bit. Made a slightly higher high. 31 cents is full all-time high. Was what? Kind of curious. Recorded $8, so that's about a 20x to its all-time high. I can't really expect that, but I mainly hold it because you stake it for 17-18%. But it's looking a little bit more bullish. Especially if we can get out of this pot. We can go up here. Oh, man, that'd be great. We did break out of some of these descending lines. So, yeah. I can't recommend Ontology, though. I just hold it. Kind of curious. It's like one bag is going to run. Kind of like Zilliqa, but Zilliqa is pretty promising as well. Injective doesn't want to correct too hard. It just keeps going. This might be kind of its real correction coming up, probably down to $21. But it's run so hard, so I don't really know what to think. I still have some, but I don't really know what to think about it. VE chain, I think it's a 10x probably to its all-time high, 25 cents. That's a 4x, 5x to its all-time high. I think VE chain, being a supply chain management coin, it's a good niche for it to be in. This is Solana. Again, kind of like Sagana. It'd been really nice if you got in there and then raised up. I mean, I could see it coming up to $500 to $1,000. I don't know where it might go exactly, but it seems it's a really solid chain. And of course, Cardano, my boo. This is my last one I'm going to do today, but I could see it's actually coming down as far as 44 cents again. We've already kind of tested that area though, but we're breaking below this support. We need to hold this 58 cents. Otherwise, we're probably going to come back at 58 cents, possibly even 38. Really hope not. Really hope not, but we'll see what happens there. But I want to jump off here. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry it's been a while since my last posting, but hang in there, hodl on. These prices are really juicy still. We probably have a couple months to accumulate, and then it's it. So, all right. Peace out. Whoop.